Hey everybody, Big Mac here. How's it going? So this is going to be my first, most legitimate, possibly ever, Let's Play of a game. I've mentioned that I've got a capture card a couple weeks ago. I've been experimenting it now and back and forth, now and then when I have a chance. I was going through a different list of possible games that I wanted to do as my first Let's Play. I was thinking something on the short-ish side, but something that I would enjoy the entire way through. So, it took me a long decision. It took me a while to narrow it down to just one, because there's a short list, and in all honesty, those will probably all continue to become future Let's Plays if this thing actually starts to work out. So, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. So, this is a game that came out on the Super Nintendo. I did not own this game until 2007, when I officially downloaded it from the Wii Virtual Console. The first time I played this game, I didn't really play it that much myself. I watched Rebu, my cousin, play this game. It was scary. Like, my 10-year-old self, I did not like this game at all, because I found it really scary, and my phone is going off, and that is annoying. But what I was saying is that this game, I don't know, this game, it really caught my attention much more recently than others. A friend of mine from high school had also mentioned that he could go through this game pretty quickly. One thing that I'm going to be focusing on for this Let's Play is I'm going to try and do it in a legitimate style. So I may not make it under 3 hours, and that's fine. But I am aiming to finish it with 100% completion. So if that didn't tell you enough right there what this game was, let's get started. This first video is going to be a post commentary, just because I was still trying to get everything set up. But let's play Super Metroid. So, in case you guys wanted me to find a way to show that this was the actual game and not just like a ROM or something, here you go. I have everything in English. And I don't know, I'm a little weird because, like I said, I downloaded the game in 2007 on the Virtual Console, and I wound up using the default controller setting for that game. I won't talk too much right now during the intro, because I mean you can read it too. So maybe I will just keep talking through it. But on the GameCube, when I told most people that I was playing it with the default controls, they all thought it was pretty weird. But I don't know. I mean, it does feel a little weird. The focus feels like it's more on platforming than just running around and shooting everything in sight. But I think maybe that's why I like using that configuration too. So I mean, it required me to minimize my shots, to be more careful, not to just randomly start shooting in all directions in hopes of killing stuff. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting, and then I started really getting into speedruns with this game, especially with my friend from high school. We ran a couple competitions, well, just between ourselves, really, to see who could get the faster time. So first, he told me that he could beat the game in under 2 hours, and I started trying every which way I could to get that game under 2 hours. He then introduced me to different game-breaking techniques, sequence breaking, particularly the mock ball trick. But like I said, for this Let's Play, I'm intending to not use any kind of sequence breaking or game glitches or anything like that at all. So I'm playing this on this first time in the Super Nintendo in over 10 years easily. So that's why I configured my controls to mimic how they were back on the GameCube, because that's what I'm most comfortable with. But as you guys can see here, this is the standard background story for Super Metroid. In terms of the timeline of these games, Super Metroid falls after, I mean, she explained it herself, but it goes after Metroid 2 and before Other M, which is the most recent one that came out. I haven't played that one, actually, so I'm excited to see how that one goes. Again, like I mentioned, this is a post-commentary just for this intro part. The rest of them I'm planning to do, with live commentary. I was just messing around with this for a little while, with this just to make sure that everything came out right. It looks like the picture quality is good. As you can tell, I am in no rush. And when I was doing this, I was with Revu and I were just messing around, and he came up with a very good question. If Samus needs her suit to get out of this building, how were the scientists able to get around? Or were they all just trapped on this bottom floor until they met their untimely, their untimely demise? You know, that's a pretty good question, I think. So, again, like I mentioned, this part I just went through very casually, especially here at the boss fight. I intended to defeat Ridley as well as I could. So, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can quote-unquote beat Ridley here at the beginning of the game, but it's not exactly easy. So the trick is to hit him 100 times. That is interesting. It looks like not every one of my shots is showing up on the video capture. That is interesting. That is really weird. Okay. But anyway, you guys can hopefully figure that I'm still trying to shoot at him, or trying to shoot at Ridley as much as I can. But yeah, if you can hit Ridley 100 times, I think that's the number, 100. So you see, I was trying to do a couple techniques there, trying to go dodge the fireballs. That's the only one that I have trouble avoiding, which you guys will see that he does repeatedly a lot. So if you wanted to try and do this legitimately, I would say the first and foremost, just keep hitting him as much as you can, and then secondly, I would say to try and avoid his tail at all costs, because that hurts the most. So, yeah, once it got down to under 30 health, he just kind of flew away. So I didn't make it this time, but I was trying to. And then I figured, what the heck, we got some time. Because that was one thing I always noticed, is that when in this sequence, you always try to run back to the beginning, you know, and are you okay? No, you're not. You are not okay. So I decided I just walked back the entire way this time. Nothing fancy, no flips or no aerial tricks. Just walk back. You know, watch out for some of these little air puffs that show up now and then. And then of course now you can see that some of the stuff's dismantling. And I'm hoping when I actually do a live commentary of this that I'll be able to focus less on just on what's happening in the game, and not give like trivial examples like, oh, and now the building's moving to the left, and now the building's moving to the right. Where is Samus? Samus has disappeared. Again, for this intro part, I was just stalling a little bit, because I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, that's something that people normally just try and barrel through within like 15 to 20 seconds. So I figured, what the heck, we've only got 5 seconds left, I'll just get on. And that's the end of the space colony, unfortunately. I'm trying to remember, I know some things with the Metroid games. I'm not by any means an expert. I've never played any of the Metroid Prime games, even though I own the trilogy. It's a weird thing, I know. But I kind of need to refresh myself on what the Metroid timeline is meant to be in this case, but from now on, I'm going to be trying to do some live commentary, as well as just, you know, going through the game as fast as I can. Again, I'm going to try and do it a legit style speedrun, so no sequence breaking, no speed runs, or not speed runs, but no mock balls or anything like that. And I will not use the wall jump and the the video just ended. And the spark, wow, I can't even think what it's called right now. The Shining Spark. And so my plan is to not use Shining Spark or wall jumping until you theoretically learn them from the little creatures in Brinstar. So, I mean, that'll take me like 5 minutes to do, but I'm just going to have to take that time to go out of the way, learn them, and then I can use them as I see fit. So, this has been my first part of my Let's Play of Super Metroid. So this is Big Mac, saying later.